Meet Faye Shotton, a 33-year-old paramedic at West Midlands Ambulance Service. It's a day job that requires commitment, organisation, courage and military-like discipline. And they're all skills that come naturally to Faye.
That's because in her spare time, like thousands of other volunteers in the UK, Faye is a member of the Army Reserve.
Window left!
It's an organisation that really matters. Comprised of almost 28,000 soldiers, reserves like Faye count for more than a quarter of the total strength that can be called upon by the British Army. We joined Sergeant Shotton, as she's known in green, on a training weekend with her unit, 4 Mercian, an infantry battalion recruiting across the Midlands.
I've been a member of the Army Reserve for 16 years now. I am a medic with 4 Mercian. We are living in the field this weekend. I am the real life support for the guys training this weekend, and my job solely is just to make sure they're safe. The weather's quite hot this weekend, so I need to make sure they're drinking and making sure they're looking after themselves and they're safe throughout the training.
Training weekends like this allow reservists to remain deployable. Faye recently returned from Mali on Operation Newcombe, but for 4 Mercian, it's not always about infanteering. The unit currently has soldiers stood by to assist civil authorities should strike action cause disruption at the UK border, and many of its members played an important role during the COVID-19 crisis.
So last year I spent 7 months on Operation Newcombe, which is Mali, part of a UN deployment. I served with 1 Royal Irish and the Scots DG, which was a fantastic deployment for me, not only as a paramedic, but again to expand my knowledge and experience.
But just how much of a commitment is serving in the Army Reserve?
Yeah, well, at a minimum, it would be something like 3 or 4 weekends a year and 2 weeks away on an annual camp. That's the minimum requirement. But then there is the opportunity, like I've done, to do quite a bit more. Maybe 4 weeks away every 1 weekend every month if you want to, and 1 evening every week.
And is it fun?
Yeah, it's really good fun. As I say, learning new things, a massive variety of different people that again you might not come into contact with in another job, and yeah, really good fun. And who doesn't enjoy firing weapons and running around?
Another member of 4 Mercian told me about transferring into the reserves from the regular army.
It's basically the same job. It's infantry to infantry. Like what I'm doing here, I could do that in 1 Mercian. Maybe it's a little bit different because that was armoured infantry and this is more light infantry. But your basic training you learn at Catterick, for example, all the same principles apply. Whether you're a reservist or a regular, it doesn't matter.
In the week leading up to Armed Forces Day, the contribution of reservists like those in 4 Mercian are acknowledged on Reserves Day. It's a UK-wide gesture that celebrates the vital role carried out by people who volunteered to serve in the British Army, alongside holding down civilian day jobs. But for Faye, the real honour is the opportunity to serve.
Some people say it's a commitment, but I find it more of a love and a joy. I find this as something it's my calling, it's something that I need to do. I'm going to look after my family this weekend. This is what it is, it's a family thing, something that we can work on together, train and become better people. As a reservist, I want to go overseas and serve my country the best I can. And if any deployment comes up, then that's exactly what I'll be doing.
Stop! Play safety catches!
For 4 Mercian, it's hoped Reserves Day, and indeed Armed Forces Day, encourages more people to consider signing up and participating in the modern British Army as members of the Army Reserve. James Wharton, Forces News, Beckingham.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.